This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Traditions Portrait Design in Carlisle. For photography, business, and professional service, it's Traditions. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Weekly Ford studio. Coming up today, we're going to talk some high school football with Central Cougars coach Brian Short, and then it's all for the volleyball court. And Carlisle Lady Indians coach Lonnie Lewis, plus as always, on a Saturday, we have the Easy on Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. Today, you can pick up a $15 gift certificate to Wally's in Breeze. But let's get the jump with scores and stuff. It's brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. If your car gets dinged, dented, or much worse, they can handle you. See Hoffman Auto Body. They'll handle your needs, all of them. Let's go to the H&H Computer Services guest line in Centralia for one Robert Spanky Smith. Spanky, welcome back.
Hey, thanks, Rip. Thanks for having me back, buddy. Appreciate it. How's things going this morning?
Hey, not too shabby. Let's go to the high school football scoreboard, shall we?
Let's do her.
All right, let's do it. We'll start in Columbia, and it was the Eagles over Carlisle, 47-zip. The Tribe fall to 0-5. I don't know, in your referee, have you seen the Eagles yet this year, Spank?
No, we actually got them coming up here in a couple of weeks. I think we have them over at Breeze Central, I believe, in week 7.
Oh, you do? Okay, should be a good one over at BC. Central was stormed by Mater Dei last night in the Milk Bowl, 33-7. Coach Short is on deck. Salem edged Weston 28-25 at Jim Finks, and the Wildcats are 3-2. A little turnaround season for them.
Yeah, that other team here in Marion County seems to be having things going for them right now, and pushing ahead for hopefully a postseason spot.
The Warriors slipped 0-3 in the Cahokia. Centralia did end a season-opening 4-game losing streak, so congrats to them as they blasted Althoff 33-14. We had Coach Bobby Brenneisen on Monday night, and they were primed and ready. And what has happened to Althoff, incidentally?
Oh, my Lord. I said, well, first of all, I got to say a big shout-out to Coach Bob, Coach Brenneisen, and the boys out there at Centralia. And a great win, especially on homecoming night. But you talk about a team that's went south, literally. Althoff, wow. And
speaking of south, the Mount Vernon Rams were just trounced again by Marion, 56-14. I don't know, what they won, one game in the last year and a half, 2 or 3 over the last 3? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they pulled one out, a couple weeks ago over Triad. I believe Triad, because I think Triad had a mass exodus of seniors this year, so they're sort of retooling, rebuilding a little bit. But, they're falling on some hard times still with that program. Holy moly.
I never thought I'd see the day. I really didn't.
You and me both.
And I don't, I'm not a fan, but I did always like that stout Centralia Mount Vernon rivalry, and it's certainly not been there in football, and basketball's been a little off pace too. So Nashville slugged Sparta 56-6. They win their 4th. That's another that's a very good team there too, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we had Nashville earlier in the season, and of course we've had DuQuoin too, and shaping up with Nashville and Anna and DuQuoin. on that river-to-river side, it's going to be an interesting season. Who's going to win that conference.
Vandalia splits Piasaw 48-14. Greenville drubs Litchfield 63-8, and Highland wins again over Triad 44-14. The Dogs did get beat by somebody earlier, didn't they? Right?
I tell you what, that Highland team
Pretty
is
sure.
loaded. I know they got everybody back, and they got a couple, 2 or 3 D1 kids on that squad, and it's going to be a handful for everybody that they play.
Usually are. Well, let's go to Major League Baseball. The Cardinals win. Matt Adams, or as I prefer, courtesy of Scott Warrensman, Big Lunch. I like Big Lunch over Big City. Don't trying to give Scott credit. Big Lunch sliced a broken bat 2-run double down the third baseline. The Cardinals win 5-3 over San Fran. Harrison Bader started it with a 2-out walk, and he's a spark plug. He's more than that. He's a tremendous defensive player, and right now he's doing plenty at the plate too and on the base paths. Yeah,
Bader's been a great asset to the Cardinals right now with his speed and his defense, and any time that he can get on and create a little havoc on the bases, it's going to be tough for the opposition. He's sitting under 270, but I tell you what, yeah, he causes a lot of trouble. John Brebbia struck out the side in the 8th. Clown Carlos actually got the save. He's been pretty good in that role. Gant just didn't have it last night. Well, you can't, those free passes. And I think 3 in a row in the 3rd inning. Well, that's something I think that's haunted them all season is the walks and pitching behind in the counts, and it's got to be driving them crazy because there's nothing worse than free passes, and they leads to runs or opportunities, and it's bit the Cardinals all season long, and they're I think thankful to be where they're at. Amazingly, the Giants only got 1 run that day, and actually Gant has been pretty good through the year, around 3.5 ERA, and so I didn't remember hearing that much about him, but he's done quite fine as Gomber actually. I mean, hey, if you go 5 innings, it's a major. 8 innings, it's a parade. No hitter or no hit. Nowadays, if you can go 5 nowadays, you're doing something great. That's brutal. I saw something the other day. It was Denny McClain's the anniversary of his 31st win, and that's pretty good, huh? 31 wins in one season. But even crazy, even better than that, that victory was the 12th straight complete game for the Tigers. Yeah. I really miss those. I don't like the way it's played today, not at all. Yeah, that landscape has changed. It's done a complete 360. Could get worse. Milwaukee wins last night over Pitt, 8-3. They clubbed 3 dingers in a 6-run 6. So how about that Central here, Spank? It's the Cubs who lost. They're a game and a half up on Milwaukee. 2 on that loss side, though. Then the Cardinals are 4.5 back. But the wild card, the Redbirds hold the second, standing there yet by a game and a half over the Rockies, and they're only 1 down on that loss side. We're going to go down to the wire. The Rockies have that extra game to play, and they pulled one out last night over Greinke and the Snakes 6-2. Yeah, I was of course, we're all sort of hoping that Colorado will fall on the wayside, but I still think it's going to come down to those 3. I think the Cubs, the Brewers, the Cards, and I think the next week from this weekend, up in Wrigley. You got to think so. Should be for it all, but that's the way you want it to be, I think. I mean, you string around, you win some series, and put yourself in a place to hopefully, grab a postseason slot. You get in? Who knows? We've seen that before in St. Louis. The White Sox just battered the Cubs 10-4. They stroked 19 hits. This Quintana, he's on some, he's off a lot, makes a lot of money to be a very average at best pitcher. Exactly, I agree with you. Pickup, he hasn't been what they thought he was going to be, I guess, and they're coming over there from the south side. But they're having some of their a little bit of woes right now. So I know there's a handful of Cub fans out there, I'm sure. Oh yeah, probably on pins and needles right now. But Madden will end up sewing it together, and I still like their chances for making the playoffs. They have lost. I'm not going to. If you want to, anyway, Addison Russell's now been shelved by the league, so they're going to be one short likely for the rest of the season. We shall see. Atlanta is getting closer to clinching their division title. L.A. was crowned by San Diego last night. Hey, how about this? Jacob deGrom, his ERA has been slashed to 1.77, and he actually got a win last night. He's 9-9. Boy, you talk about a guy that's fought, futility, at least from the offensive side of his ball club. It's went out and throws gems almost every start, and just nothing to show for it. I mean, other than his ERA is better, and he just can't get a W. But the man
9
is
victories.
Who would have thought that? I'd have lost the house on that one.
Houston won again. So did Oakland. Chris Davis matched his 45th home run. Luke Voigt. Good for him. How do you not like Luke Voigt? He's tearing it up with the Yankees. 24 RBIs in 31 games now. Many, many home runs. It's pretty remarkable what he's been doing in the Bronx.
Rip, a lot of guys, we've talked about in the past, a little change of scenery sometimes and interject, a little bit of some enthusiasm and, what he's done with them. And I like Voigt when he was with the Cardinals and just putting up some great numbers with the Pinstripers.
The Red Sox tied a franchise record with a few games left. They won their 105th game. They set it in 1912. Is that when Fenway opened?
It might have been. That might have been the inaugural year there.
The Rangers
have 1857.
The Rangers have fired manager Jeff Bannister, so now we know who the Rangers manager was.
Yeah. There's a who's who.
Don't hear much about the Rangers here. Well, that's the way it works, man. They've had some really good seasons, but they've fallen on hard times just a little bit. Hey, this is back to that 5-inning thing. This makes me angry. Blake Snell, very good pitcher, 20 wins. He's at 200 strikeouts. He got his 20th the other night by going 5 innings and stuff. So my take on this is that 5 innings is a joke, and they actually need to push it up to 6. I'm sure to fall down to 4, but 5 innings is nothing. Yeah. If you can't, it's just being abused now. And actually, I think if they would mark it up to 6 innings, you would amazingly see pitchers go 6 innings all of a sudden because they get that W and they get those bucks.
Oh, they get that incentive, man, and that clause in the contract. You're right. So, I'm with you on this one. I'd like to see them push it up to at least 6.
Gosh, I hate that. I mean, that's
and they're thinking Snell might be the sort of the wild card on the Cy Young side this year.
Yeah. I think he's 20-5 now and under 2 ERA, 200 strikeouts. Wow. So the Memphis Redbirds did again, huh? How about Stubby Clapp and those Redbirds 2 straight and a national championship this year too. That victory over the Durham Bulls.
Oh God, awesome! Congratulations, Stubby and the boys down there at Memphis. And they just keep things, especially when they lose pretty well much of their rotation and some key position players and keep putting up championships down there. Hats off.
Spanky, he fused through 66 different players this year, franchise record, and 22 fresh faces to AAA. How do you even know the guys' names?
Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, you definitely need the menu for that one.
Would you like to become the next coach, or who would, of the Fighting Illini football team? Lovey, what is he? Boy, were they shattered again last night, 63-24. Do they even try? I don't.
We were coming back from our football game last night. A buddy of ours.
And where were you last night?
We were down at Carmi, White County.
Okay.
We had Fairfield, the Mules, in Carmi, White County. Coach Kurt Simon.
Yeah.
Used to be here at Central.
Good guy.
And always good to go down there and see Kurt. Good people.
Carry on. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. No, we seen that score at one time. It was 28. I think 24, and I thought, man, Levy's going to give it to him or keep it close. And then I seen that final score, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was 21-17 at the half, and then they were smoked for 35 straight in the fourth quarter. They lost to South Florida, I think, 2 years in a row now, so they're no good. The Missouri Tigers welcome Georgia. We know they have a good quarterback, the Tigers, but do they really have a good team? We'll find out. They played 11 this morning. What a joke.
Yeah, that early morning stuff, that's tough to get used to.
The dogs are off.
They're going to find out. We'll find out how good Locke is with that defense that Georgia's going to throw at him today.
Yeah. SIU with they're off until the following. Alabama, my goodness, cream of the crop again. But hey, Georgia, LSU, there will be contenders as we slide along, but they're awful.
I believe so.
They're Cleveland won a football game, I hear, and they gave away beer.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to say, how about that Bud Light special that they threw out there with all the portals around town?
Great promotion by Bud Light again.
Oh, my Lord. I tell you right now, then for them to back it up with a win, and Baker Mayfield, made his debut, so things are rocking in Cleveland.
Baker's on his way to the Hall of Fame, baby. I did like him in Oklahoma. He was a pleasure to watch.
Oh, God, yeah. There's no doubt.
Vontae Davis, he couldn't take it anymore. He just quit at half.
It's still a little bit of a shocker. Just at halftime, said, I'm done. I'm retiring.
I'm out of here.
Taking my helmet and pads, and I'm going home.
He's going to leave some money on the table, too. He's supposed to have, like, a couple mil coming or $1.5 million. But sure, if they have to pay him for that, they're out. I don't care. They're out of their minds. There's no way.
There's no doubt. Unbelievable. Only in America.
Hey, when it happens, it happens.
Yeah, ain't that the
It
truth?
does get pretty embarrassing playing for the Bills and coming out to the.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? So maybe he's ahead of the curve.
Or maybe they had a little sightseeing thing lined up at Niagara Falls or something. Who knows?
I've been there. It's nice. Have you been there, Spanky? It's tremendous.
No, I have not. That's sort of, as they say, on the bucket list.
On the Canadian side. But I love this NFL signing, incidentally, a couple of week or so ago now. Whatever. Michael Kendricks, the Seahawks signed him. Amazingly, he just gets he doesn't get a multi-year deal because he's probably going to prison after January 24th for illegal profits on illegal trading.
Yeah.
But they still signed this cat.
There's just no conscience anymore on the NFL.
Oh, goodness. One of the many reasons, well, not that so much, but I don't watch anymore. I'm college football. I'm not going to get it. Do you just? And it's fine if you do. Are you watching the NFL or not? I haven't watched since the second game of last year.
Yeah. I'm not in tune like I have been in the past. But of course, college football is where it's at. Can't beat the college game.
By the way, you are in tuned a lot too. So normally they're playing hockey, Spanky. Well, exhibition games.
Oh, they dropped the puck, baby.
They have. The note, 2-1. They zip past those Blue Jackets at I believe it's the Enterprise Zone or Center or Fun, Savas, Kiel, what's that all been called?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to say you could do a trivia section on there on the namings of where the Blues play their home hockey games at.
I'd love to see those contracts. Every one of these always sign up for 10 and 20 years.
Oh, easy. Yeah, I think it's a minimum of 10 for about $100 million.
Now this is I always despise Jim Calhoun to the fullest and the cons, but I think this is pretty cool. He's officially taken over he's starting the program at Division III St. Joseph in Connecticut, and he's 76 years old. Congrats to him. Good luck to him.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. I'll follow that same lead, and never was a big UConn fan, and Calhoun, something about him, but hey, congrats to him and for what he's doing and starting something off like that. Awesome.
Yeah, I think it really is too. Josiah James, he is committed to the University of Tennessee to play football for Rick Barnes. He's 18 now. I do remember hearing something. Anyway, Coach Rick Barnes, he offered him a scholarship when he was 13 years old. So
imagine that.
He stayed true to his word.
There's been a few of those. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Well, you ain't a kid.
They shouldn't have.
I've seen some of those. Yeah, you'd think there'd be some type of they'd be out of compliance with something along the NCAA guidelines.
There shouldn't be any contact even close to that. He's 6'6", 200. He'll play there a year. Well, we'll see what the rules are by then. But and oh my goodness, Justin Rose and Eldrick, he's in on the Sheriff first after the second round. I don't believe that's happened for 3 years. Of course, he hasn't won since 5. So Eldrick is in the hunt for real at the Tour Championship.
Some of the boys, are sort of Tiger bashers, but I love me. Tiger being in the hunt, and I think he makes it great for golf, and everybody's going to be tuning in, I think, this afternoon and tomorrow, and seeing how see how things finish up with him, especially tied for first, like I said, with O'Justy, and then the following weekend, we got the Ryder Cup. The
Ryder Cup, overseas somewhere, right?
Yeah, somewhere where I think they make fine spirits.
The ladies are off for atop the Sanford Invitation. That's I used to love that show. Sanford and what was that? Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't know they sponsored a tournament there. And NASCAR, NASCAR steers to Richmond tonight. So you have a favorite there?
All left turns, baby.
All left turns. Do you follow that? You have a favorite?
I think Kozlowski. He's sort of follow him a little bit now. But
he's good.
Some of the boys, I was a Gordon fan. I got to admit.
Oh, were you?
Oh yeah. So once he retired and with Junior getting out, so got some new faces in that amongst some of the returning ones. But one of the Bush boys, sort of can't count them boys out. They're terrors.
Yeah. But Ski is hot. I think he's won 3 in a row, hasn't he, Kozlowski?
Yeah, he has. He's hot right now. He got the hat trick, and
yeah,
he's moving on, baby.
That would be incredibly hard to do. I mean, with that many drivers competing that's pretty special. Yeah. So, all right, Spanky. Well, thanks for coming on this morning. Okay, and and I'll get that T-shirt to you. I made a note. I made a sticky note there.
Oh, if you got that on a sticky note, baby, that's as good as a contract.
I'll give you a buzz when I come into Seatown at the appropriate time.
All right, buddy.
Thanks. See ya.
All right, Rip. Have a good one, buddy.
Spanky Smith on Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body. It is located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. If and when it's a win. When your car or truck needs major or minor repairs, get over to Hoffman Auto Body. Brian Short and Lonnie Lewis and trivia all on tap. It's the first ever Nissan Truck Month at Munkin Nissan in Centralia with a 2018 Nissan Titan XD JN534779, stock number N18138 in your driveway for $51,560. That's $9,500 off MSRP. For more, visit MunkinNissan.com.
From my family to yours, with guaranteed satisfaction. Munkin's the one. Munkin's the one.
Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
Hi, this is Sue at Buckeye. Buckeye has everything you need for decorating your yard. We're going to have pumpkins and corn stalks and straw bales and the all-important mums. All the colors you can imagine. And don't forget about the birds. With fall coming, you're going to want to start feeding again. We've got bird feeders and lots of different seeds so you can feed all the feathered friends. With this cooler weather, you'll have to think about your wardrobe, too. You're going to want to get into those long-sleeve shirts. Come on in and see us at Buckeye. We've got everything you need for fall, and don't forget that free bag of popcorn.
Remember what it was like to expect the unexpected?
I never realized it was so complex.
Guess what? The feeling's back.
You're on Max.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Weedman Ford studio. Later on, it's Lonnie Lewis, and we're in the process of contacting Brian Short, so we're going to make that happen for you. Ahead of time, though. Speaking of time, it is 9:25. That time drop is brought to you by Zirin Funeral Home right here in Carlisle. We're going to up it to trivia right about now.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin' Sports. Where do you want to play? Call Easy In Travel and Breeze at 526-2201.
Our number is 594-2576, 594-2576. You are eligible to play unless you or someone in your household has won in the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you cannot be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or Easy In Travel, or for today, Wally's Drive, Illinois. Double cheeseburger, fries, skis. I was just there Thursday. It was good, of course. Yeah, really good. Wally, Robbie, Sarah, etc. all behind this $15 gift certificate. It's all fit for a king or a queen. You need to pick it up within 30 if you are the winner. Here's the question. Believe it or not, it's on Illini football, such as it is, or how about as it was at one time. Which Fighting Illini quarterback has thrown for the most yards in a single campaign? Jack Trudeau, Kurt Kittner, or Tony Eason? Name the Illini signal caller who's tossed for the most yards in one season. Trudeau, Kittner, or Eason. Buck up to that phone and call us at 594-2576, 594-2576.
Southern Illinois drivers know that K&J Chevrolet in Carlisle is a community-focused dealership that puts the customer first. That's why we've been in business for nearly 20 years, proudly serving multiple generations of Chevrolet drivers from all over. If you're searching for a brand new or like new Chevrolet model to upgrade your daily commutes and weekend adventures, come check us out just west of Carlisle on Old Route 50. K&J Chevrolet, your Clinton County Chevrolet and Silverado headquarters.
Hi, it's Sarah Hobby from Lee Sports in Nashville. I'd like to talk to you about a new line of shoes we have in stock by Brooks. These shoes are not just for runners. With energized cushioning and an ultra-soft heel tab to shield your Achilles from irritation, many of our staff swear by this brand to be the best they have worn to work. But whether you're a longtime runner or new to the sport, you will find road and trail running shoes you love from Brooks. Stop in and try on a pair. Shop Lee's for all your sporting good needs. That's Lee Sports in Nashville, Illinois.
I'm Quatron Hill, future heavyweight champion of the world, and I'm talking football with Max 96.7.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
If you're in the market for a new home, refinance, or even a second home, give me a call today. I'm Anne-Marie Tabin at First Bank in Breeze. With almost 20 years of experience, I can guide you through the process of finding a mortgage product from First Bank that is right for you. Give me, Anne-Marie Tabin, a call today, 526-7724. First Bank in Breeze, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Do you mind if I turn on the radio?
The music is great and it doesn't cost anything.
It's Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. We're up here in the Weekman Ford studio on this Saturday morning. We have a winner. Thanks for the calls. Oh, a couple of social notes before we round up the Easy and Travel Trivia Quiz. I can't. 1973. My goodness. Anyway, hello to the Carlisle High class of 1973. 45. Our reunion is tonight. Memory fades once in a while, but I'm pretty sure I was the valedictorian. It was, yeah, I'm quite sure about that, so we'll see a bunch of you later on. And congrats to my brother Dennis, or Kraut, and his wife Debbie. They celebrate 40 years of wedded bliss today, and especially tomorrow, with a nice bash. Here we go. Here's the question with the answer. Busy weekend. Be worn out. Which Fighting Illini quarterback has thrown for the most yardage in one season? Was it Jack Trudeau, Kurt Kittner, or Tony Eason? It is Champagne Tony Eason. He threw for a season-best 3,671 dashes in 1982. He and his mates went 7-4, and that included a rare bowl game appearance. They ain't going again this year. Alabama and Bear Bryant. The Bear beat the U of I 21-15 in the Liberty Bowl that season. It was Bear's last game as Bama's coach. Kittner has rung up the most touchdown passes in a fall campaign. He racked up 27 in 2001. And Trudeau, he's the Illini's all-time career passing yards leader with 8,146. Through all that, we have a winner, and she is Carol Feldman out of Aveston. Carol will receive a $15 gift certificate to Wally's Drive-In in Breeze. Congrats and enjoy. We'll turn the corner and come back with something
Hey, it's Bill on the road from Mornings with Scott and Casey. You hear me talking each week about travel, and one of my favorite things about driving across America is finding great food. And lucky for you, Mama's on the Hill in St. Louis is a super easy road trip destination. Authentic Italian favorites like baked lasagna, spaghetti, and tortellini, thin crust St. Louis style pizza, and yes, Mama's on the Hill is the birthplace of toasted ravioli. Check out their menu online at mamasonthehill.com. Mama's on the Hill, on the Hill in St. Louis.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Find the perfect car, truck, SUV, or crossover that fits your budget at Breeze Motor Sales on Old Route 50 in Breeze. Breeze Motor Sales offering new 2018 Ford vehicles and a wide pre-owned selection too. Breeze Motor Sales has kept your vehicles in tip-top shape with genuine Ford parts for over 100 years. On Old Route 50 in Breeze and online at breezemotorsales.com. Breeze Motor Sales, your family dealer since 1913.
Reverman Chiropractic in Breeze would like to say thank you to our patients, staff, and local healthcare professionals for their continued support and cooperation as we celebrate 10 years in business. At Reverman Chiropractic, our focus is to work with you, the patient, and your other healthcare providers to deliver the best and most effective care possible. Please take advantage of our evening and weekend hours and call 526-4700 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Craig Reverman or Dr. Travis Isaac.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Hello, everybody. Rip Stoner in the Weedman Ford Studio. We've captured trivia. We've heard from Spanky Smith on scores and stuff. Still look forward to Brian Short from the Central Football Cougars. But first, and just before that, Monday night. Monday and Wednesdays now 6 to 7, Saturday mornings 9 to 10. And this Monday night, we'll talk things over with McKendree Athletic Director Chuck Bruggeman, find out about the wide world of sports over there, and there's a bunch happening. And from the Nashville Hornets football team, Coach Steven Kazuzak, plus a player to be named later. Right now, we go to the H&H Computer Services guest line as we flip-flop, and here's Carlisle Lady Indians volleyball coach Lonnie Lewis. Thanks for coming on early, Lonnie.
No problem. Good morning, Rip.
Good morning to you. And, well, I know you wanted that one badly against the Central Cougars Thursday night, but the Cougars, they opened up some daylight in that first game and then went on the 2-0 victory over your girls at Harris Gymnasium.
Yeah, we just didn't have our good stuff Thursday night, and didn't go so well for us.
BC won at 25-12, 25-17. I mean, you seem to play better in that what turned out to be the final game there. I think you're up 3-0. Of course, there's a long way to go, but you got off to a good start in the back end there.
Yeah, and then actually even in the first game we had a fairly good lead. I think about 6-2 or 7-3. We had a lead in the first match and let that one go. We just passing wasn't it had been lately, and just couldn't get the ball to our big hitters, and just didn't go very well for us.
Yeah, it doesn't always click, and of course the opposition has something to do with that, and that's a very, very fine team, of course, with it. Got some height too, especially that Johnson girl. Do. I don't know, 6'4", 6'5", whatever, Lonnie.
Yes, yes, that's for sure. Well, I got to give kudos to them for sure. They played really well, and I'm kind of partial to a few of them on that team. 4 of her starters were on my 30-0 junior high team a couple years ago. So
30-0.
Yeah. Still coaching that District 12. I had 4 juniors and 1 of her seniors yet I had the year before. So I still have a little bit of influence in her program.
Yeah, you mentioned that from time to time, and that's fine. So you had a lot of these.
Yeah, I'm proud of those. Those girls are doing well. I'm really proud of them. I'm happy to see them doing so well in high school. That's what it's all about. Our junior high programs are, they're there guide those girls in the right direction for high school and hopefully beyond that even if possible. So, and they're all doing well.
Need those fundamentals in whatever sport, and as early as you can. Hey, who gave you a chance though on Thursday night, Lonnie? I know Kayla Guterslaw. She played hard. In fact, she even crashed into the bleachers just to the right of me.
She sure did.
I was surprised she came out of that. She didn't seem to have any
I wouldn't
effects.
say she came out of it all right.
All
She's
right.
hurting.
Okay.
But
surely
she's
is.
a go-getter. She's one that will definitely go to any length to go get a ball. And I've always said her name should be Geeter Fast, not Geeter Slow, because
True.
She sure has the wheels. And, every day in practice, we end our practice with some sprints and some different conditioning things, and none of them can ever beat Kayla. Well, yesterday I made her sit and rest, and they all said, "We beat Kayla." So the only time they can beat her is when she's sitting out.
Yeah.
I think she's just a little bruised.
Okay.
She'll be okay, but I was holding my breath on that one. She crashed and went after that ball, and when you have one setter running a 5-1 and your next setter is either a sophomore or a freshman who had been taught the position just recently, you get a little nervous when your setter crashes into the bleacher.
And she didn't come out, did she?
No, she stayed in. That girl is tough as nails.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's many that are as tough as she is. And she's a 3-sporter. She plays basketball and softball.
I know it.
And she plays both of those just as hard as she plays volleyball. She is such a great kid to coach. So coachable, and her true position should be a libero. She is so fast and she is such a great digger, but with the low numbers that I have, I turned her in, really pushed her into that setting position already as a freshman and a sophomore. And we got to the point that she had to stick with it. And I mean, she's done really well, really well. I don't know where we'd be without her. We can't get the ball to Molly. We can't get the ball to Brooklyn. We can't hit without her. So she is a vital part of our lineup, and she did pretty well the other night. We just had a hard time getting the ball to her to get her to do her job. So.
Well, of course, that would have been a tremendous victory for you. Get another shot at them later on, and you had, but right before that, for quite a while actually, including let's drop back to last Tuesday, a very good Cahokia Conference win at their place at Westland.
Right, Westland. Yeah, actually, it was last Thursday. Tuesday was at Freeburg. That didn't go so well for us either. Freeburg is really a strong team this year, strong as I've ever seen them. We had a tough time with them. But Thursday, Becky Musso is one of my best coaching friends, and she and I tease each other all the time about who we have and how many players we have, and she always has 3 times as many as I do, and we always tease each other when we're coaching, but it never fails. I think I heard someone tell me that was the 11th time that we played each other and it went into a 3-game battle the way it did.
I saw that, and I think we had her on Wednesday. I believe she alluded to that too. As always, you always go the distance.
Yeah. There's something about playing each other. We battle it out to the end. The regional game last year went 30-28 in the third game. So this time they ended up victorious that time. This time we ended up outlasting them. So thank goodness.
And they took the opener from you too.
Yeah, they did. And we came back and won 2 in a row. So I expect the next meeting to be in the same fashion.
Probably so.
It's just the way it is. It's just the way we always play against each other. But gotta love it. That's volleyball.
And I'm going to get to a tournament or two, but then let's just slide back to this past Tuesday. That was a Tuesday when you beat Salem in a rush 2-0.
Yes. That was a fun win. We had played Salem in Benton. Surprisingly, in our pool match, we thought we were up against Johnston City, and they dropped out at the last minute.
Oh, okay.
And Salem filled the spot. So that was kind of like, yay, we get to see them before we see them in conference play, because we beat them once last year, and then they turned around and beat us. So we only won 1 conference game last year. That was disappointing. And I had a feeling that they had lost quite a few seniors, and they sure did. They had quite a few underclassmen in their lineup. So that was kind of good to see them at Benton, and we did well against them at Benton. Beat them it was a little closer at Benton than it was here. They did not have a good night here against us, but thankfully we did. We took care of the ball and got it to our big hitters, and Molly and Brooklyn were able to really, really do well. I think Brooklyn ended up with 12 or 14 kills that night, something like that. Molly had 9, 10, 11, something like that, and quite a few blocks. So they both did well that night.
What about the Cahokia Conference? You were at 2-0 there. Central leads the pack at 5-0, but a lot of good competition in there, isn't there? Lurking every game, every match.
Yes, it is. We have Columbia coming up this Tuesday at Columbia, and we played them early. That was our first conference match, and we played them fairly close. Didn't play well. That was before we made some lineup tweaks. I like our chances to give them a good match on Tuesday. We didn't play very well against Central the other night, but we have been playing pretty well. We have been figuring out little things here and there, and I've moved the lineup around a little bit with getting Molly and Brooklyn, making sure one of them's in the front at all times. And before, our lineup was a little different. There were times we ended up with Molly out in the back row and Brooklyn still in the back row. So that just we kind of had to shake some things up a little bit and move some things around to make sure that we can always have one of our big hitters in there. And then I even shorted up defensively a little bit. I moved some defensive positions around. I have Alicia Knox playing the libero position now, and Caitlin Dornan playing the defensive specialist position. So they're both in there at the same time, and it has made a big difference with defense and passing. Alicia we call her Sparky. She's like our little team spark plug. She is all over the floor. She's always cheering and yelling and pumped up and excited, and she kind of challenges some of the big hitters in practice. When Molly really puts one down hard and she gets a hand on it or she digs it, she's trash talking Molly across the net and getting her to work a little harder, and she just makes it fun.
Whatever it takes.
Makes it fun, but with hard work. Yeah, she really sets a good example for the rest of the kids on the floor, and then we have her playing in JV as well. So.
I bet it was Sparky that crashed that volleyball off my jaw before the match.
It could have been.
I took a carom off the wall there. It surprised me.
Probably a hard hit from Molly that came off of Sparky and got you right in the jaw.
I wasn't, of course, paying attention. I was talking to Smitty there. So,
yeah.
And now, how about that championship win at Vandalia? That was you swept four straight, didn't you?
Yes, we did. That was a very fun day. They were very excited about it going into the day with the new lineup change and things just seemed to be working better. They were pretty pumped up that morning. I think someone bought them donuts that morning.
Oh, that's always good.
Some of the moms. So they say it was the donuts, but I'm like, you're not getting donuts before every game. Good grief. That's a sugar rush. But they really played well. Every team we played that day, we took it to them. And our hitters got to shine, and defense was just spot on. Serving was excellent. I have no complaints whatsoever the whole day. Even the championship match against Vandalia, they didn't know what hit them. The first game was 25-6, I think.
You blasted them.
And the second match, blasted them. Just blasted them.
You didn't lose one game, did you, in the whole tournament?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I don't know that we've ever done that. I'd have to go back and look that up.
So Decatur, Eisenhower, I believe maybe the Vandalia JV, and then Hillsborough, and then the Vandalia team.
Yes, the Vandalia JV team was very good. They were tall. They were scrappy. They played hard. And then come to find out when we played their varsity team, they had quite a few underclassmen on their varsity team. So I think they're pretty stacked with underclassmen. I told these girls, this team's going to be very good in a couple of years. And they're tall. They had a lot of big girls. They blocked us well. We had to make some adjustments and go around but luckily we were just on Saturday, and we handled them pretty well. So I was really pleased with the way my girls played all weekend, and that kind of took us into Tuesday, into the Salem game, and then it kind of came crashing on us on Thursday. We just couldn't keep it going.
You'll get that mojo back. You did well at Benton too, of course.
Yeah,
and
I hope so.
The schedule ahead then, 2 next week: Columbia there and Freeburg right here in Carlisle. Correct?
Yeah, Freeburg at home. Two of our biggest contenders in the conference right there. Sending in Central last week, we get them all in a row. And the girls always kind of give me a big oof whenever I tell, we have Columbia Tuesday, we have Freeburg Thursday. But I said, turn that oof into something else.
Yes.
They got to believe that they can do it. We have as good of a team right now as we've had in recent years. It's just a matter of them putting it all together, everybody all together in one night, and keeping it that way. So we definitely have the talent, we have the power, we even have a little bit of height. I'd like to have a little more, but
yeah, you always want, always. But no,
but
certainly.
When you have only 13 players in your whole program, you got to take what you get.
You're doing fine. I believe you're at 10-9 now, and and we'll definitely talk with you later on. Okay.
Can I give you a shout out this morning, Rip?
Yes.
I got to give a shout out to my son. He played in the regional championship last night for Aviston grade school baseball. And in baseball, this is the third year in a row. They ended up winning in 9 innings, 2 extra innings.
Oh, man.
And it was just an amazing game. It lasted until almost 8 o'clock last night. Started at 4:30. And they did so well. This is their third year in a row of winning that regional and heading to state. My son's been on the team since 6th grade. And I just wanted to congratulate them this morning on the radio.
Congratulations.
So he is pretty pumped up. And he goes next Saturday while we're in Carlinville. So Mom gets to miss the game next Saturday.
Okay. It's a dynasty. No, good for them.
I guess so. I guess so. So I told him I'd give him a shout out on the radio this morning.
Yeah, very good. All right. Hey, congrats to them and to you, and we'll hook up later.
Thanks, Rip.
All right. Lonnie Lewis of the Carlisle Lady Indians volleyball team. We're going to scatter for a bit when we come back. I believe we have Coach Sharp teed up. Stay tuned.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aviston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, HSHS St. Joseph Hospital, Breeze, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, Southern OBGYN Associates, Med Plus Physical Medicine and Brett's Wildlife Lodge, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman, Central Illinois Truck Service, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards, and by the Carlisle and Breeze Hardys. WCXO Sports, powered by the Union Banner at Union Banner on Facebook. Your sports teams, your community, your radio station. Moving forward requires taking that first step. And when it comes to your future, your first step should be Kaskaskia College. With more than 50 degrees and 100 certificate programs, Kaskaskia College can prepare you for a great career, your next promotion, or set you on your educational path. Life is too short to wait. Take your first step to success with Kaskaskia College. Learn more today. Call 545-3040 or kaskaskia.edu.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Be there as 300-mile-per-hour drag racing returns to Gateway Motorsports Park this weekend at the AAA Insurance NHRA Midwest Nationals.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio for one more stint. And let's go to the H&H Computer Services guest line for Central Cougars football coach Brian Sharp. Brian, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Rip. Always a pleasure to be on your show.
Only problem is we have you mic'd up after a Milk Bowl loss to Mater Dei. They win at 33-7, so obviously it's not the desired outcome, but that's what we have after last night's 4 periods.
Yeah, it'd obviously be better to be talking to you after a big win, but, just an unfortunate opportunity, I guess.
They broke on top rather quickly and smoothly behind Travis Jasper. It's the first time I saw him play this year. He's a versatile player. Has a lot in his plus column.
Yeah, he's a handful. He does a great job running their offense. He's a great throwing quarterback, and he's got a lot of presence in the pocket. And he's a great downhill threat for him too. He'd be a good one to have, that's for sure.
It was 7-0 after one, and still only. Well, you were just 2 scores down at the break, 14 zips. So at halftime, what'd you tell your troops, Brian? There was plenty of game left.
It was one of those things where it was kind of a frustrating first half. I'm glad we stayed as close as we did, but we had a touchdown called back on a hold. Garrett Richter caught a touchdown pass that got brought back,
right.
And that would have made it 7-7. And that's a big momentum swing when you take points off the board for yourself. And we got inside the 20 twice inside the first half too, and came away with nothing. And it was 7-0 with about 1:35 left, I think, when they hit their screen pass for a touchdown and make it 14-0. So, I mean, we were definitely in the ball game, and we had a lot of opportunities in the first half. We just didn't execute. We didn't take advantage of them, and Mater Dei definitely took advantage of the opportunities they had, and that was kind of the difference.
Yeah, they didn't miss, and you have to convert at least one of those times, 2 or 3 chances, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. And in a big game like that, you gotta take advantage of the opportunities that you get, and that's that's kind of what I think how it happened in the game. I think Mater Dei wasn't physically better than us, but they definitely executed better than us, and they definitely performed better. And when push comes to shove, what the scoreboard says is what it is. So, but at halftime, I told our guys, in 13 when we won that game, we were down 14 at halftime. So I told them, I said, we got a chance, we got to come out and play some ball, and the opportunities we've had, we put ourselves in good positions to make plays. We just didn't make them. So, when you're getting the opportunities, it could be a lot worse than not getting them. So that's kind of what we talked about at halftime.
Well, that's true as well, no doubt. Well, how about a couple of, bright spots or features? For one thing, Tyson Lobb, he was near 100, wasn't he?
Yeah, him and Jordan Spangenberg both were. I thought, I thought in the second half we were able to, sustain some drives and run the football. And, that's something that we needed to do. We didn't really do that very well in the first half, but the second half I thought we moved things very well. And, we got some things going, but, they're a tough team to keep out of the end zone. We were going to have to play pretty much perfect in the second half to beat them, and it's pretty tough to do that against a 5-0 team.
Jordan he's having a whale of a season, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been a big addition back on our football team, and he's done a great job. He's working hard to improve himself, not only as a player but as a young man, and we've been working on him with that, and I'm proud of the progress that he's made. And Tyson's having a good year for us too, and so is Garrett on offense. It just it's like I said, it's tough when you only score 7 points to talk about the positives on offense. But we did some things well, but Mater Dei's defense just came up big in spots and kept us out of the end zone.
But, yeah, you did some things well, and you can carry that forward to the next game and the next game. But the Knights win it last night 33-7 at Astroth Field. And, yes, they're very talented. They're also playoff ready at 5-0, and that's where you want to get your team. You're 3 up and 2 down now, but the playoffs are in your mind. But it is a game. It's a week-to-week thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to play ball. We're gonna have to show up, and we got to put our best foot forward next week against Red Bud. Red Bud's always a scrappy team that if you let them hang around, they're going to be tough to deal with down the stretch. So, we just need to come out and play with it. I thought the intensity we had last night was good. If we can come out and kind of set the tone that way next week and execute, I think we'll be all right. But we've got, we've got 4 games left, and 2 of them are going to be really tough, and 2 of them aren't going to be very easy either. So, we got to rebound from this and play some ball, and just kind of come out and do what we do.
In the conference, it is Freeburg and Columbia sharing first at 3-0, and you're right there at 2-1. But and as far as the postseason berth, you have to have 5 to become eligible, and you besides the league, you really want that return trip to the second season.
Absolutely. We missed out last year, and it's been a long time since we've set 2 years out of the playoffs. So we definitely don't want to start that trend.
Last week's game, for a minute here, that was here in Carlisle, and that ended up being quite a tussle. You did bust it open in the final frame there for that victory, but it was tied going in at 22. After a scoreless first quarter, I'm still kind of surprised by that. I'm not sure why completely, but
yeah, it was kind of a frustrating game last week. We were up 22-8 at halftime, and came out and snapped the ball, muffed a snap in the end zone that they recovered for a touchdown, and made 22-14. And next thing you know, it's 22-22 going to the fourth quarter. And I just had to talk with our defense and say, guys, this is a game where if you let this thing go, you're going to regret it forever. And we just kind of regrouped in the fourth quarter and got a big stop they were driving, had some momentum, and we just ripped off 21 points, like probably what we should have done a lot earlier than that. But again, it's one of those things where you're frustrating. It's frustrating sometimes the way we play, but you see the sparks and the positives and the things that we can do and the team that we can be, and that's just what we're trying to hang on to and get there. So, I'm hoping for an opportunity. We have a good opportunity next week to do the same thing against Redbud if we come out and play. But, like I said, Redbud's a team where if we let them hang around like we let Carlisle hang around, that we're going to have our hands full.
Freeburg doubled up the Musketeers last night, 42-21. But one thing about, I'm sure you and your coaching staff, you always get and demand any effort, right? The effort's always there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I always want people to say about when they play is they know they played somebody that works hard. And, somebody that's a physical team and then, does things the right way for the most part. So, that's something we're always going to demand and ask for in our program. And we've been fortunate enough to have some really quality kids that have pulled that off for the last 12 years. I think that's, that's a testament to the type of kids that we have on our team and our program. We've got some hardworking kids, and, it's just a testament to the type of kids we have in this county. I think everybody in the county that plays knows that, Clinton County kids are tough kids. They're blue collar. They work hard. They put the time in and they care a lot. So, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. That's for sure.
That's great. And hey, how about the underclass talent? The teams there. How are they doing?
The freshman team is 2-1, I believe, and the JV team's undefeated. So we got some things going in the right direction down there also.
So some budding stars, no doubt.
Yes.
And yes, Redbud next Friday night, the Musketeers, and on it goes. Astroth Field, the stadium, whatever. It looked great. That's quite a renovation.
Oh, it's awesome. It's to go from what we had to what we have now is unbelievable, and just under a year. And if you got a chance to look back and see where our new practice field and stuff's going to be, and all the construction still going up on the baseball and softball diamonds this time next year. There's not going to be much of a better outdoor facility in the conference, I think, than the one that we have.
Yeah, it's quite a place. Yeah, and the crowd, of course, was super, and I think Central did a great job. Neil Hammond, the gang, the administrators with the bussing in and so forth. That's the only way you could pull that off.
Yeah, we lost the amount of parking. It's crazy, the amount of parking we've lost just with the construction and things going up. We probably lost 150, 200 parking spots probably. But I guess that's a good problem to have. But, yeah, I've heard several good things about how the shuttle service worked out very well. And, just like I talked about with the kids, our administrators care a lot about our school, and they care about how well we're represented. And, it starts with them. The atmosphere we have, the environment that we've produced at Central starts with them. And, we've been fortunate enough for a long time with having a principal like Mr. Jones, a superintendent like Mr. Meyer, and now we've got Dr. Fauci in, and he's an outstanding guy too, and he's going to fit right in at Central really well, and he's a great guy to work for. So, and obviously our athletic director, Neil Hammond, those guys take a lot of pride in everything at Central, and I think it shows. And last night was a good example of how we hosted that game.
It was strange not seeing Mr. Jones on the sidelines last night.
It's pretty crazy. I walk in and still expect to see him there. It's kind of like when Al passed away. You walk in their office and sometimes you still expect him to walk in. But, Mr. Jones always had a special place in our heart. He was a heck of a guy. And, it was one of those guys where you never felt like you were working for him. You always felt like you were working with him. And I think anybody can say that, about their boss is doing the job the right way, and he definitely did.
I haven't seen him for a few months. Have you seen him? He hasn't slipped out of the country, has he?
No, he's not out of the country, but we haven't seen him around much. But he's been texting me after every game and everything. Okay. So I think it's tough for him too. He loves Central High School a lot, so I'm sure not getting to be there every day has been pretty tough, pretty rough transition on him. But I'm sure old Jonesy will be all right and take care of himself. That's for sure.
He'll probably get over it, but no, he did a great job there. And you're doing a very good job at Central with the Cougars football team, of course. So turn the page and go get them next week, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good, Rip. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Coach Brian Short of the Central Football Cougars, our thanks to him and also to Lonnie Lewis and Spanky Smith on Scores and Stuff Monday night. Two of our guests are in the fold. McKendree Athletic Director Chuck, or Athletics, whatever you prefer. They keep changing things. Chuck Bruggeman, and from the Nashville Hornets, football coach Steven Kazuzak. They're 4-1 on the season. It's a mighty good club. I think that's it. Carol Feldman won trivia. She wraps up a $15. She's from Aviston. You knew that. A $15 gift certificate to Wally's Drive-In on Old Route 50 in Breeze. See you Monday between 6 and 7 on Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Traditions Portrait Design in Carlisle. For photography, business, and professional service, it's Traditions. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. First Bank in Breeze. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.